Okay. So the objective today is to replace the high profile Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus heatsink with the low profile Sabrent heatsink that allows you to put the faceplate back on the PS5 for those of you that are worried about the aesthetics. As many tests have shown, the system actually runs better with the high profile, but given that I now have a toddler, it's probably for the best to have the face cover back on. Toddlers are curious. So here we have the heatsink with the built-in thermopad or pre-attached thermopad, and it came with an additional screwdriver. Now I saved previously the washer or spacer, so we will be reusing that here shortly once I remove the 4TB NVMe with the high profile heatsink. And the reason I didn't use it is because when I did this initially, my NVMe and heatsink had to be offset ever so little bit so that the heatsink actually sat further back on the drive. This way it wasn't touching the case. Now some people have reported that they didn't need to do that, but I had to on mine for some reason, and that also caused me to have to file down the hole here to realign with the NVMe drive, because I wasn't willing to modify the NVMe versus just a inexpensive heatsink that's more easily replaced. Now, some of you think the $900 for a 4TB NVMe is expensive, but let's not forget this is actually a PC component before it was a PlayStation component. So, because PlayStation planned ahead. Now, the big challenge we're going to have here is the thermal pads have been on here for a little while. So, I'm going to gently use a small flathead screwdriver and see if I can pry these out a little bit without damaging my NVMe. Oh, there it goes. I ever so slightly pulled from the right angle and it just popped right off on the bottom. Now I'm going to see if I can. Yep, came right off. Excellent. So I'm going to set these aside, and then I'm going to slide the NVMe back into place. See if it lines back up. Perfect. Then I'm going to take this spacer, put that back in the little hole there, pop in that NVMe, line it up with the screw hole, put the screw back in, change this back to Phillips. Screw that back in. So easily, no issue there. That was really easy. Now, this is designed to directly replace the regular cover. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to peel this back and slide that in place. This should theoretically pop right back in. No, I didn't read any directions or anything, but I'm usually pretty good at figuring things out. Oh, look at that, it lines right up. And one thing that I didn't check, I'm going to need the original screw. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And this is why I save everything. You never know what you're going to need. This heatsink is designed to replace this while adding thermal cooling to the PS5 added NVMe drive. So that's going to go right back in there. Screw that in. And according to Sabrent and all the reviews and YouTube videos online, that really is it. Flush, cool. The faceplate's going to go right back on. Which, let me go grab and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Now the idea here is because this is a low profile heatsink that has the grooves in it that align with the vents, that all of this is going to theoretically line right back up like that. And looking in here, you can see a slight hint of copper where you can see the highlights from the heatsink, but that's it. Everything's back to normal with maximum cooling and the faceplate covers back on. Thank you.